Oh man, is it that time again? Welcome in, family. Welcome in. This is Clifton Pope with HFWB, Health, Fitness, Wealth, Business, and you are stepping into the cave within once again. Welcome back, y'all, to the cave within. Of course, I am Clifton Pope. Welcome in, family. This is your live digital sanctuary for the restless souls, the night healers, the deep healers, and everybody who just needs a place to exhale. This is what the cave within is for you, the people, providing you that balanced fusion of poetry, meditation, and stillness, like always. For those who are for those who are tuned in to the cave within for the first time, again, welcome aboard. My name is Clifton Pope. You are stepping in with the cave within. This is your live digital sanctuary to where you're going to feel a little bit of a mixture and a balanced fusion of some poetry, spoken words, right? A little bit of some meditation to kind of provide the mini vacation for your mind that it truly needs and that it truly deserves. And then you're going to listen to ambient background music like this jazz coffee shop vibes that we're on this Saturday Night Live for the spirit of on the cave within on this May the 3rd, 2000, or excuse me, May the 2nd. See, I'm getting ahead of myself, getting my days mixed up, y'all. My apologies here in the cave within. It is May the 2nd, the first Saturday of the month of May 2026. And I didn't even think about this until actually yesterday when it was obviously the first of the month. It's Mental Health Awareness Month, y'all. Mental Health Awareness Month, y'all. That's what it's all about here. And I figured, you know what, for tonight, that's what we're going to dedicate this stream towards. We're going to dedicate this stream towards kicking off Mental Health Awareness Month. But more than that, in all honesty, my apologies. My desk that I'm doing my stream on, I'm all over the place here, but we're getting organized. We're getting organized and we're getting situated, like always here in the cave within. But overall, tonight is about Mental Health Awareness Month, but more than that, it's about something deeper. It's about training the mind so the body can follow through and letting the spirit light up again. That's what this particular theme for this Saturday Night Live for the Spirit edition of the Cave Within is going to be all about. And like always, for those who are listening for the first time and for those who listen on a regular basis, you notice y'all should have done this by now. But if you're listening for the first time, if this space helps you breathe easier, stay with me. Subscribe to kicks.com/ Mr. Did Not Give Up 44 at Mr. Did Not Give Up 44. Subscribe, share it to someone who can need it, who needs it, and lean in to the cave within because that's what it's really all about, y'all. Don't mind me. I'm just having a nice little cup of some green tea with a little citrus flavor to it. Something different. I usually would drink a black tea, but I figured I'd switch it up to green tea for this edition of the Cave Within. Why not? But overall, let's go ahead and get into the process, y'all. Y'all know what time it is. Let's get into the process to where we're gonna unwind, where we're gonna reflect, and we're gonna return to ourselves. For those who listen to the Cave Within broadcast on a regular basis, y'all know what's coming. Y'all know we get into that breath work without a doubt. And for those who are listening to the first time, again, this is the Saturday Night Live for the Spirit Edition for the Cave Within. Before we go any further, for those listening for the first time, we're going to settle the room like we always do here in the Cave Within. So if you're here live, just sit back or lie down, whichever's more comfortable and suitable, of course. Simply unclench your jaw. Let's drop our shoulders. Let's let our hands rest, right? Now, I want y'all to breathe with me. I want y'all to inhale for 3 to 5 seconds. Matter of fact, we'll inhale for 5 seconds, inhale through our nose for 5 seconds, rather. And then we'll hold our breath for 3 to 5 seconds. And then we'll slowly exhale through our nose or through our mouth, whichever's more suitable, of course. So we're going to repeat that process again, just 3 more times. Let's inhale through our nose for 5 seconds, hold our breath for about 5 seconds, and then slowly exhale through your nose or mouth for 5 seconds. We'll do that 2 more times together. Let's inhale through our nose. And as we inhale through our nose, let's hold our breath for 5 seconds, letting the belly button expand, feeling the breath through our chest as we exhale. Let the chest sink back in, allow the belly button to sink back into the stomach as well. As we do that 1 more time together, as we inhale through our nose, holding our breath for a few seconds, and then we'll slowly exhale through our nose or through our mouth for again about 3 to 5 seconds, whichever is more suitable and whichever is more comfortable for sure. And remember, you don't have to fight your way into peace. That won't be necessary within the cave within because sometimes peace is honestly just one breath away. I'll tell you one thing, that is definitely
Awesome.
yes, it is definitely awesome when peace is just one breath away. That's how it should be. And that's what we're going to establish within the cave within. As we're going to go right into it, y'all. Getting my notes together here real quick. Getting my notes together real quick. 1 second here. We're going to go right into our poetry for our poetry immersion here at the cave within. I'm just making sure I have my piece right here. And we're gonna of course, like always, we're gonna dive into our first poetry piece to where I've been kind of doing like a little bit of a cave within poem series for the cave within, ironically enough. So this is kind of like a continuation of the Cave Within poem series as we're going to set the tone like we always do. We're going to go right into it, y'all. This is the Cave Within poem series to set the tone for our poetry immersion here in the Cave Within. So, this first piece is for the part of you that's been carrying too much in silence. That's what this is about right here because there is a cave within each of us. We all know this. Not dark by design, but it's sacred by invitation. It holds the noise we never said out loud, the fear we dress up as strength, the ache we tuck under schedules and smiles. But the cave is not your enemy. It is the place where truth waits. It is where the soul stops performing and starts remembering. Go in gently, the light will meet you there. The Cave Within poem series, y'all. Did it again, baby. We did it again. Want that to kind of sink in here just for a moment. Because here at the Cave Within, there's a reason why I call this sanctuary the Cave Within. Because if you really look at the whole entire like world and the whole entire universe, there's universal laws that are in place, right? We all know this because most people know about the law of attraction, which is one of the more common 12 of the 12 universal laws. But there's 11 other universal laws that kind of wrap around the law of attraction that makes the universe what it is based on how the Most High God, the source, the creator, whatever you want to refer to it as, you can argue about the name, but you can't deny its existence of a higher power above us. But I say all of that to say the universe was designed, of course, by the higher power, the Most High God, source creator, all of that. And there's laws that are established within this universe. One of those laws are simple. It's the law of polarity. And the law of polarity, it's basically showing that this whole entire world and universe operates on a dance of duality, meaning that it's kind of like it's two sides of the same coin, meaning you can't have one without the other. Like, for example, you can't have good without evil and evil without good. They kind of go hand in hand, and you could take the good and the bad with both sides. Here's where the cave within example comes in, y'all. You can have you can't have the light without the dark, and you can't have the dark without the light. Let's not forget this whole entire world and universe and everything in existence, it started off as a dark void, and it was nothing but the unconsciousness realm, and it was nothing but the night, and it was nothing but the dark and everything. But ironically enough, within the dark, that's where birth, transformation, and discovery takes place. I mean, technically, we all came into this world from the dark, experiencing the light as we came out of the womb, if you really think about it. So that's why it's kind of funny when people try to run away from the dark when they should acknowledge and accept and embrace the dark, because that's where birth takes place. That's how we came into this world to begin with. Again, I say all of that to say you can't have one without the other. You can't have the light without the dark. You can't have the dark without the light. And we all have our own shadow that we have within us, as Carl Jung talks about, which is quote unquote the cave, or the Quran refers to it sometimes as the middle way. Regardless, it's the darker psyche aspect of yourself that you keep hidden from the world, to where your your true intentions are hidden from within the cave. And it's up to you to go into that cave and acknowledge and accept and embrace all of these things, not necessarily run away from them, but acknowledge and accept and embrace all these things to where you can utilize it as your source of strength, to where you can achieve your crown in life. Hence, from caves to crowns. And that's how it's about to go down here within the cave within. As I read the second poem, excuse me, the first poem for the second time, part of the Cave Within series. Again, this is for everyone who has been carrying too much in silence, because there is a cave within each of us, not dark by design, not sacred by invitation. It holds the noise we never said out loud, the fear we dress up as strength, the ache we tuck, under schedules and smiles. But the cave is not your enemy. It is the place where truth waits, y'all. It is where the soul stops performing and starts remembering. So go in gently, and the light will meet you there. From the dark to the light, everything's gonna be all right. From the caves to the crowns, it's about to go down. Man, as we make a little bit of a transition here within the cave within, this is the Saturday Night Live for the Spirit. Y'all know what to do. Y'all let me know how y'all are feeling in the chat, like always. I appreciate everybody. Appreciate everybody who's following the cave within as it continues to grow and it continues to show day by day, step by step. We're making things happen here within the cave within. We're rocking and rolling without a doubt. And I wanted to provide a little bit of a teachable moment here in the cave within, if y'all don't mind. Because I mentioned earlier that it is Mental Health Awareness Month. And, the mental has a lot to do with the mind. And there's a reason why one of the staples of the cave within, as far as one of the ingredients, is this balanced fusion comes together. There's a reason why it's like that, because I'm a firm believer in meditation being a mini vacation for the mind. And I'm a firm believer of using meditation to basically train the mind on a regular basis. It's kind of like, how we lift weights and stuff like that for the physical. Practicing meditation does the same. It's like lifting those mental muscles in a way, in stillness, and most importantly, in silence. Because Here's the truth, y'all. Doing some multitasking here. Here's the truth. Most people try to change their life by forcing the body first. They try to work harder. They try to move faster. They try to push through. They try to white knuckle everything, right? But when the mind is overloaded, the body usually follows the mind's lead. That's why I tell all of my clients all the time, and that's why I always tell people all the time. I talk about this in my Fitness Mirage book, which, by the way, available on Amazon. Go get your copy and please leave a review if for those listening. That's why I always like to say, train the mind and the body follows through because one thing that I've learned within the last 3 years alone, within going through my own personal transformation journey, is that the mind and the mind and body connection is a real thing, y'all. It really is. I'll go as far as to say never underestimate the mind body connection. Don't underestimate that at all. I said, y'all, we multitasking. I'm working on editing and uploading the next episode of the HFWB podcast series as we speak. Episode 313 is out with Mr. Stephen Gloss, Mr. MS Mastery himself, that just released earlier today. For those who don't know, I am the host of the HFWB podcast series. It's available on Apple, Spotify podcasts. It's available on YouTube and Rumble. Be sure to subscribe to the HFWB podcast series on those platforms. That way you can get access to all the episodes that I release. I usually release at least 2 episodes every weekend, more than likely, one on Saturday and one on Sunday to close out the week. I just released the episode that I recorded with Stephen Gloss, who basically has an incredible story where he overcame being diagnosed with multiple sclerosis to become the personal trainer and certified high performance coach and speaker that he is. And definitely check out that episode 313 of the HFWB podcast series is available now. And episode 314 will be available by this time tomorrow, as I am currently getting ready to upload it as we speak before the end of this night. Here at the Cave Within, you get a little bit of exclusive of the everyday life of Clifton Pope and HFWB from time to time. So you're very welcome. You're very welcome. But before I get too much off track, going back to the teachable moment as far as training the mind, as far as why mental health awareness month truly matters, because for me, training the mind means creating calm before action. Choosing awareness before reaction, something that we could all practice a little bit more, myself included, working on it, I promise. Building enough inner structure that your habits can actually hold. Again, something I challenge you, the people who are listening to this broadcast in the digital sanctuary of the cave within. If I can work on it, you can work on it as well. Because simply when the mind slows down, the body can finally follow through. And when the spirit feels safe, the whole person starts to open up again. Hence, mind, body, spirit alignment. Holistic approach, and that is how we reset the nervous system. And trust me, y'all,
Awesome.
that is awesome every single time. Because that's what we mean by mind, body, and spirit transformation, y'all. It's not perfect. It's not perfection. It never will be, but it is alignment. That is for sure. All right. Let's do it. Let's do a quick little short reset together, shall we? Let's take it back to the breath a little bit, do a small little guided meditation before we dive into our second poetry piece, and then we dive into the deeper ambient immersion like we always do. promise y'all that is coming. It is definitely coming. But let's go ahead and dive into our quick little guided meditation. Let's go back to our breath a little bit. Let's do that short reset together, shall we? So close your eyes if you want to, soften your gaze if you prefer to do that. Regardless, I want you to just feel your seat or feel your couch or your bed if you're laying down right now. Feel your feet. I want you to notice your breath as, again, like we did earlier, inhale through your nose for about 3 to 5 second range. Hold your breath for that 3 to 5 second range and then exhale slowly through your nose or mouth for that 3 to 5 second range once more. And again, inhale through your nose, exhale through your nose or mouth. Again, inhale through your nose, exhale through your nose or mouth. And on that inhale, just silently say to yourself from within that I am here. And then on that exhale, just remind yourself, I can return. So let's go ahead and do that for about a few breaths. Again, just inhale through your nose, exhale through your nose or mouth. And on each inhale, tell yourself, I am here. And on the exhale, and say, I can return. And if your mind wanders, that's not failure. That's just the mind being the mind. The practice is returning again and again. And that return is strength. So go ahead and take a few breaths here, inhaling through your nose, exhaling through your nose or mouth for about a minute or two, as we'll be right back here within the cave within. All right, y'all. As we wrap up our quick little short reset, go ahead and take a couple more inhales, couple more exhales. Again, inhale through your nose for 3 to 5 seconds. Hold your breath for about 3 to 5 seconds and then exhale slowly for 3 to 5 seconds. And again, as we inhale, hold our breath for 3 to 5 seconds, reminding ourselves that we are here. And then on that exhale, just remind ourselves that we can return. And trust me, y'all, when I say this, that return right there, that's some strength for you. It is some real strength without a doubt. But overall, I figured now would be a good time to transition into our second poetry piece for today. I figured we'd transition into our second poetry piece for today. One second here. A lot going on here at the cave, and like always, a lot going on here. Here we go. do this. All right, we're just bringing up some stuff here online real quick because it's gonna make a lot more sense as we keep things rolling here within the cave within. For those who thought I was pausing again for a second because again, a lot of stuff moving and grooving here within the cave within. All right, let's go ahead. This would be a good time to knock out this second and final poem within our poetry immersion within the cave within. I got a special one planned for y'all, I promise. Here we go. All right, our second poem in our poetry immersion here within the cave within, it is simply called The Body Waits. Yes, yes, y'all, The Body Waits. And this next piece is for anyone who has been really waiting for life to calm down before they start healing. And it goes a little something like this. The body waits patiently, tiredly, faithfully. It waits for the mind to stop racing. It waits for the breath to soften. It waits for the soul to stop calling everything a crisis. And when the mind finally says, "Come here," the body answers, "Yes, I've been here all along." The body waits. The body waits. Oh, yes. Let me know how y'all are feeling in the chat, y'all. And be sure to hit that subscribe button. Kicks.com/Mr. Did Not Give Up 44 at Mr. Did Not Give Up 44. This is the Cave Within, your live digital sanctuary for all things poetry, meditation, and stillness. Make some noise for yourself. Make some noise for yourself, y'all. Let's do this, baby. Let's do this. Let's read that second poem one more time, and then we're going to go into another teachable moment and cash in on the opportunity here in the cave within. Again, this second piece is called The Body Waits, and it is for anyone who has been waiting for life to calm down before they start healing. Again, the body waits patiently, tiredly, and faithfully. It waits for the mind to stop racing. It waits for the breath to soften. It waits for the soul to stop calling everything a crisis. And when the mind finally says, "Come here," the body answers, "Yes, I've been here all along." The body waits. Cheers, y'all. Gotta love it. Gotta love it here in the cave within. You gotta love it. We're gonna do something a little bit different as we keep this Saturday night live for the spirit, lighting up the spirit here in the cave within on this Saturday night. It is May the 2nd, 2026. It's the first Saturday of May. Can you believe it? It's the month of May. And I want to speak plainly here for a moment as we're going to do a little bit of some real talk, some fitness mirage real talk. Because again, Fitness Mirage is my latest book that I just released, like literally not even 2 weeks ago. It's only been out for now for about, it's only been out now for probably about a good 11 to 12 days. It's also available on Amazon. As a matter of fact, what I'm going to go ahead and do for y'all right now I am actually on my Amazon page right now. I'm going to put the link to my latest book, The Fitness Mirage, in the chat for y'all because that's how much I love y'all. Here we go. So, for those who are watching live right now, I literally just put in the link in the chat the link to my latest book, The Fitness Mirage, which is basically out on Amazon as we speak. So, order your copy and please leave a review once you do that because that's what we're going to transition into next here in the cave within. We're going to do some real talk courtesy of the Fitness Barrage so we can light up the spirit a little bit more. Because honestly, a lot of people think that transformation is always about more pressure, more grind, and more punishment, all of those things. But sometimes the biggest mirage is thinking that suffering equals progress. And part of the reason why I wrote the Fitness Garage because not every sweat session is sacred, and not every health plan is helping you become whole. If your mind is scattered, if your body is going, if your mind is scattered, your body is going to feel it. It's just no way around it. If your spirit is empty, your habits will eventually feel heavy. And if your schedule is crushing you, your consistency is going to struggle. So the goal is not to become harder, it's to become clearer. That's the work. And that is the invitation. That's another reason why you should order the Fitness Mirage on Amazon and please leave a review and share it with someone who may need it. That way, more people can hit the reset button on their own nervous system to have a healthier habit with a holistic approach. That is what it's all about in the cave within, and most importantly, within Health, Fitness, Wealth Business Incorporated, y'all. But enough of me rambling right now. It's about that time, y'all. It's about time we mix in that balanced infusion of some frequency and that ambient sanctuary block. For those who watch the Cave Within broadcast on a regular basis, y'all know what time it is. We about to get into that meditation, y'all. And for those who are listening to the Cave Within broadcast for the first time. This is usually the section where we're going to dive deep into the meditation a little bit, and we're gonna enjoy ourselves here with this meditation. Here we go. I'm gonna set the tone here with this nice little immersion. All right, we gotta put on that best mental health background for Mental Health Awareness Month, y'all. Some relaxing music, the water sounds, spa music, that flowing water for deep sleep. Here we go, y'all. We're about to lock into this meditation now for about a few minutes or so. Not too long, but just enough to where we could relax. Because again, for those who are listening for the very first time, for the next few minutes, I want to create this space for you to simply be. Just be in the moment right now. The power of right here, right now, which is everything that you need. No pressure, no performance, just simply rest. And we're just going to let the sound hold us here for a little bit as well. Because I really want us to focus in on inhaling through our nose, exhaling through our nose or mouth. And I want us to inhale that calm and exhale that stress as we slowly but surely begin the process of this detaching ourselves just briefly from our thoughts, our feelings, our emotions, and our ego, not to ignore them or to run away from them, but to acknowledge and accept and embrace your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, your ego, as you are now the observer and the watcher of your thoughts, your feelings, emotions, and your ego. As you watch it just go back and forth past each other like cars on the highway, as you continue to dive deeply into your breath, focusing in again on that inhale through your nose, really opening up the airways in your nostrils, letting the power of the breath open up your chest and let the belly button expand from the stomach. And as you hold your breath and slowly exhale through your nose or through your mouth, You let the chest sink back down. You let the belly button sink back into the stomach. And you're just reminding yourself that you are here. You are in the present moment. And again, you are safe enough to slow down. So I want this sound to hold us. I want the power of the breath to continue to hold us. And I'll let y'all have y'all's time within the digital sanctuary to where you could simply be. No pressure, no performance, just simply rest and let things go and let things be. This is the cave within, and we will be right back as we tune in to our deep ambient immersion. All right, everybody. All right. We are still in tune with our meditation as we begin the process of coming back into our thoughts, our emotions, our feelings, our overall ego, slowly attaching ourselves back to it after acknowledging and accepting and embracing it for what it truly is. And just as a friendly reminder, kind of just ask yourself, like, what have I been carrying so long? What part of me needs gentleness, not criticism? And what would it look like to train my mind with compassion this coming week? As we let those thoughts sink in, we let those questions rather sink in, just reminding ourselves that we are, of course, safe enough to slow down like always. As we wind things down with our three final inhales and three final exhales, like we always do here within the cave within, as we again just inhale through our nose, holding our breath for 3 to 5 seconds, and then exhale slowly for 3 to 5 seconds. Again, inhaling through the nose, holding our breath for 3 to 5 seconds, and then once more exhaling slowly for 3 to 5 seconds. As we'll proceed to inhale through our nose one more time, and then we shall exhale through our nose or through our mouth again for 3 to 5 seconds. Yes. And whenever you're ready, just simply open your eyes, kind of soften your gaze a little bit. And I wanted to ask y'all real quick, how are y'all feeling right now? Let me know how y'all are feeling in the chat. Are y'all at peace? Are y'all within the light? Are y'all resting? Do you feel like you released a lot of tension? Do you feel more clear and see things clearly from within your mind, body, and spirit? Whatever it is, name it. No shame to it whatsoever here in the cave within. Let me know how you're feeling in the chat, like always, for sure. And yes, before I forget, if this sanctuary helps you breathe easier, please, by all means, subscribe to kicks.com/Mr. Did Not Give Up 44 at Mr. Did Not Give Up 44. Hit that subscribe button. Share it to those who may need it just as much as you do. Leave your thoughts and comments in the chat. No judgment here. It helps more restless souls find this space. And a friendly reminder, if you're ready to go deeper, here's how you can connect. Like I just mentioned, you can support the stream by subscribing to kicks.com/Mr. Did Not Give Up 44 at Mr. Did Not Give Up 44. You can explore my new poetry book, The Infinity Chakras Journey Within. That is available on Amazon as we speak. As a matter of fact, we're gonna put the link to that in the chat right now for y'all. Y'all go grab a copy of my new poetry book, Infinity Chakras Journey Within. It is available on Amazon as we speak. Let's do this, y'all. Let's do this. Got the link to my new poetry book, Infinity Chakras Journey Within. It is available on Amazon as we speak. Please leave a rating and review as well, y'all. That way more people can tune in. For sure. Let's do this, y'all. Let's do this. Another way you can connect, you could also check out the Infinity Chakras poetry book. It's also in audio book on my website, on my Gumroad e-commerce website. The Infinity Chakra Journey Within poetry book is available in an audio book format as well. I'm putting that in the chat as well. Y'all get a copy of my Infinity Chakra poetry book if y'all are in the audio books. I got the link in the chat right now that will take y'all to my e-commerce site on gumroad.com. That's Gumroad.com. You can definitely get the Infinity Chakra Poetry book in audiobook as it is available now as we speak. Another way you could, of course, support the Cave Within Sanctuary. You could also check out the Nighttime Sanctuary Volume 1 pack, where it features my first two guided meditations, one being on leadership and another one being on letting go of fear. Again, that's available on my e-commerce website on gumroad.com. And I'm actually copying and pasting the links here in the chat to where you can get access to the Nighttime Sanctuary Volume 1 pack. The Nighttime Sanctuary Volume 2 pack is coming very soon as well. That should be out here within the next few days, as I already got that prepared. And we're going to continue to do those Nighttime Sanctuary packs, whether it's personal poetry readings, guided breath works, guided meditations. We're going to keep you relaxed here in the cave within. Reach out to me for a free consultation or where you can join the HFWD Exercise Transformation Program. Give me a call at 361-765-4760 or email me at cpope.cp@gmail.com. And as a friendly reminder, purchase my latest book, The Fitness Mirage, by yours truly on Amazon, and please leave a review. That way more people can tune into it as well. All the links are in the chat to where you can make all those things happen. And I appreciate that for sure. I appreciate that. It's all love without a doubt. But other than that, these aren't just products, y'all. These are tools that will help you heal with intention. That's something I want y'all to remember. But other than that, I wanted to kind of just close with this. Just remind yourself, and let me remind you this, that may your mind grow quiet, may your body feel safe, and most importantly, may your spirit come back online, and may you remember that healing is not a race, it's a return. You do not need to force the next season. You just need to stay open to it. And I want to thank y'all once again for being here with me. The Cave Within, your live digital sanctuary for poetry, meditation, and stillness, that balanced fusion without a doubt. This is Clifton Pope here with The Cave Within. Kicks.com/ Mr. Did Not Give Up 44 at Mr. Did Not Give Up 44. Stay grounded, stay mindful, and stay blessed, y'all, without a doubt. And I shall see you next time here at the Cave Within, your live digital sanctuary for poetry, meditation, and stillness. Y'all have a wonderful night. Salute, peace, and love, y'all.